What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Beer News. I'm going to get this one figured out, Tim. I don't know. How are you? Oh, hi. We're live. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the people behind the Beer Guide, and this is Beer News. I tell you all the new beers happening for the week across Alberta. Today's Thursday, April 25th, so most of these beers, unless I state a date they're coming out, they're out now. So I prepped this on my phone for the first time ever. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to cover Edmonton beer news first and Calgary, then a few things from across the rest of Alberta. It should be tighter, more concise. I don't know. Let's try it out. Can't do beer news without a beer, so I'm trying something controversial, perhaps. I have some thoughts on this. It's interesting. This is a PC Pilsner. I know PC and the grocery store Loblaws has come under fire over the last number of years because of their price gouging with groceries, but it appears they're going the exact opposite way when it comes to beer. They're going cheap, 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 cheap. In fact, doing a little research on these beers, to buy a 12-pack of, something local like Sea Change, they're around $32, $35, $36 for a 12-pack. Some of the bigger brands like Mill Street, kind of quasi craft brands are right around that low 30s to high 30 range for 12 short cans of macro beer. These guys come in at $13. They're half cutting everyone. In fact, the price of, what do they put out? A 24-pack of No Name. I don't know if they're trying to take a market share or just piss off all their customers because they're a big liquor store. They serve a lot of people. But their 24-packs are $27, $22 sometimes. You can find it for less than $1 a can. It's insane. So I bought some of this. I wanted to go, this can't be good. It's so cheap. It can't be good. Who makes it? Well, I'll do the hard-hitting research for you. It's Big Rock. Big Rock makes this beer. They make No Name, all the PC brands. They make a few other house beers too. And I bought this beer to be like, you know what? I'll $12 try it. And I wanted to hate it. And here's the thing. It's not terrible. Is it the best Pilsner? Far from it. Is it the worst beer? Absolutely not. It smells like a beer in a good way. There's no detectable off flavors like a lot of big macro brands. It's clean. There's not much to it. There's a light kind of malty sweetness. Almost goes a little bit tinny. That's probably the only thing that's unpleasant about it. If you're going somewhere and you need to drink 12 of something and you don't want to pay for all of them, then I don't know. It's Big Rock. The other thing I do appreciate about it is that Big Rock does not use corn syrup in their beers. This is barley, which all macro beers other than Budweiser use corn syrup and almost zero malted barley. So I don't know. Thoughts? Have you had these things? I don't think I'd buy it again. It was an interesting experiment. I got another video coming out about it. I'd rather spend more money and get Sea Change, get 88, and support something a little small, a little more local. But I mean, it's Big Rock, so like Big Rock's making money off it, I guess. I don't know. Interesting, very interesting. Let's get into the beer news. Edmonton at 5 minutes after the hour. We'll start off with Alley Cat. They have a brand new beer called Backtrack, which is a tropical gose. Analog is gearing up to launch their Patio with their Attack of the Hops Patio launch starting next week, May 2nd through 5th. They'll have new beers. They'll have a cornhole tournament. They always make it a big deal when they're, like May the 4th be with you in Cinco de Mayo. Both of the owners have Mexican heritage in them, so it's a big deal to celebrate a new patio in Cinco de Mayo. Plus, interesting, they've got a tap takeover on May 4th, for May the 4th be with you, at Jasper, at the local on Jasper Ave. And then they're doing a cask there on Cinco de Mayo. What's all the rage in Edmonton right now? Oh, Oilers, sports. Could you spend lots and lots of money to go downtown to the arena and watch Some dudes on skates. Skate? Absolutely. Could you do it in the comfort of good beer that's not $18 a can? Also, absolutely. So there's a bunch of Oilers features that we have throughout beer news today. Arcadia is doing $7 pints. That's a proper 20-ounce pint and $4 dogs. Bent Stick is doing $20 pitchers of BS Wet. They also just brought back Porch Swing, which is one of my favorite springtime, summertime beers. It is a friendly tea beer. They brewed it with peach roiboos dragon fruit tea from the Tea Girl, and they also ferment this beer with a Kviek yeast to coax out some nice, tasty stone fruit flavors that complement that peach tea beautifully. It's a lovely balance of like beer and peach tea. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going for a run, and that was the beer having after a run. It was just perfection. So nice work, Bent Stick. Blinding Enthusiasm is getting some big international awards this past weekend. 3-time gold medals at the Concours International de Lyon. Basically, it's a big worldwide awards competition in wine, beer, spirits, dairy, and cheese products. If you've been to Lyon, France, it's argued that Lyon is the food capital of the world. Definitely of Europe, and you can argue in certain circles the absolute world. So nice work, Blind Enthusiasm, for 6 gold medals at that competition. Very distinct, very distinguished awards. And then Blind Enthusiasm also won 3 awards at the World Beer Cup. They were the only brewery from Alberta to win awards this year at the World Beer Cup. We've had winners in previous times, and only a handful. I think there was maybe around a dozen breweries from across Canada to win awards at the World Beer Cup. So lots of competition, like 1,900 different breweries. It's insane. Campio brings back a new beer, or brings back one of their classic beers, Once in Oaxaca, which is their prickly pear horchata sour, complex tart, delicately spiced sour ale. Just another note I find interesting on this PG Pills that I paid a whopping $13 for 12 of these, is the fact that the branding, the marketing people are like, well, local is all the rage. You got to make it look local, which is why there's like a tiny, like it looks like a small town, brewery. There's barrels and there's like we're small, but like Big Rock. We love you, Big Rock. You paved the way. But nothing is small about Big Rock, and nothing is small about Royal Canadian Liquor Stores. So anyway, I just thought that was an interesting thing if people were like, ooh, craft beer. Like, I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Who knows? We'll come back with something better next week. Long Roof has a new beer called My Uncle Herb, which is a dank ale at 5.9%. It's giving you 420 vibes. Added last week. It is wonderful. It's very good beer. Omen Brewing is doing Oilers specials as they pair up with Super Amigos nachos. Super Amigos. So they have Super Amigos nachos, they have a birria dog, and they have Omen fries, and all of it looks delicious. And they have good little ambiance there. There's, TVs in there. People are gathering around having good beers. And honestly, I don't know. I'm not an Oilers guy. I got nothing against it. I just really don't have too much for it. I grew up playing basketball. Didn't really play hockey as a youth. But we make it to the second round, third round. I'll tune in for a game, but I'll probably go to a brewery and do it because I want to enjoy. What I'm drinking. It's not bad, but honestly, it's like better if you just drink it out of a koozie quickly. All right. Polyrhythm has a new beer coming out Friday, April 26th, called Fuzzbox, alluding to a peachy something. Sea Change is doing Oilers specials, which includes a $12 pitcher of Man Crush. Wow. If you haven't noticed, they rebranded their Man Crush Mandarin Ale to feature Joey Moss on the label, and a bunch of money is going to his organization. But it's a hit. Obviously, it's a hit. Goily boys show up. Oilers playoffs. People go crazy. Anything blue or orange, get it in ya. But I do like Man Crush. It's a tasty beer. Slow Pour is now hiring a part-time bartender. SYC is bringing back Darth Lager, which is a dark lager. I imagine that's just in time for everything Star Wars themed come early May. Just chug it, Andrew. Damn it, Mason. It's the best I can do. I got to save some for the rest of Calgary beer. Come on. This is actually really easy to chug. You know what? If I were to do a beer mile again, that might be the one. Because the carbonation isn't crazy on it either. Town Square has an Oilers special, $20 pitchers. Yum. $5 pretzel, $15 nacho, $20 pizza, $2 hot dogs. What are we, almost at Costco over here? Trial and Ales now open 7 days a week, and Beer Revolution does casks every Friday at 5 p.m. Boom, there's Edmonton news. What do you think? Good, bad, too quick, too slow? 12 minutes after the hour, let's get into Calgary news. Alberta Ale Works has a new beer called Moose Wagon, which is a raspberry lager. That sounds tasty. The name, though, hop on the old Moose Wagon. It's inspired by Pete and Nellie, which was a pair of moose who pulled a mail and supply wagon from Edmonton to St. Albert in 1910. That's not that long ago that people got their mail in St. Albert by moose. That's the most Canadian thing you could say, right? Oh shit, 948 in the house. Annex Ales has a new beer. It's a collaboration with 88 called Strangers Forever, which is a West Coast lager. It basically blends lager and West Coast pale ale. So you get a European-based malt. You've got kind of a piney, citrusy hops, and then you have a surprising lager-like finish. Nice and clean. That's what happens when you make me chug a beer. Now I'm going to burp a lot. Best of Kin has a new beer called Crossing the Line, which is a rustic pilsner. What makes it a rustic pilsner? Well, it's a collaboration with Tail Gunner, who are, one of the best at making pilsner in the province. Challenge me. They're one of the best. We got some good pilsners in this province. It's a double decocted pilsner, and they're also added 15% of their malt bill is smoked malt, which is very interesting. I'd love to give that a whirl. They're using a healthy hop profile of Middlefru, Tettnang, and Safford. That should be great. Good job, Best of Kin. Teaming up with your neighbors just down the way. And then they also launched another new beer. They hadn't had a new beer for a while. And I don't know if I called out a couple breweries here and there on Beer News, and some of them listen, and maybe it's just coincidence. Who knows? But I love it that a few are starting to post a little more. And just tell people what's happening. Summer Crush 3.0. You're welcome. That's their kind of beer return, but in a new version. They reduced the blood orange, and they're letting the malt and yeast shine in the Summer Crush beer. All right, Big Rock. We're drinking a Big Rock right now. I don't know. The more I stew on it, it's still fine. It's a fine beer. You want to drink 12 of something for $13. Set. All right, Big Rock actually has a brand new beer. This surprised me. 2 weeks in a row, new beers coming from Big Rock. They're playing the cheap game with, Galen Weston and all this stuff. And now they're playing the craft beer game by releasing new beers all the time. This is Unwinder, which is a year-round hazy pale ale featuring Nectaron, Eleni, and Citra hops. I'm new with Eleni hops. I'm curious. What do they taste like? Come on, tell me. Tell me. All right. Experimental hop has got a name. Usually when it gets a name, here we go. Fun fact, I learned. Oh no, that's a different. So when you see a experimental hop like HBC and then 3 or 4 numbers, or like YQH and 3 or 4 numbers, YQH for example is like the Yakima quality hops. It's HBC. It's the hop breeding company. It's just the name of the company and then the numbers. I didn't know that. No one told me that till last week. Anyway, Alani hops are heavy notes of pineapple, tangerine, guava, lime, white peach, and orange zest. In a nutshell, if you want a hazy beer, insert tropical flavors here. That about covers it. I think we've all figured that out by now. Anyway, it gives notes of peach, pineapple, stone fruit. There you go. Born Brewing turns 6 this weekend. Big party. Saturday, April 27th, noon to 6 p.m. Patio party. They got 3 new IPA releases. Limited edition labels only available in the tap room. Anniversary merchandise. They'll have a DJ. They'll have Wade Made Barbecue. I'm assuming that's from Wade, one of the owners of Born. That starts at noon until the brisket runs out. And then on Sunday, they're doing all-day happy hour with beer, Caesars, and mimosas. It should be a great time. If you're in Calgary this weekend, go say happy 6th to Born. Brewster's is hiring a Calgary-based sales rep right now. Cabin Brewing brings back Summer Dreaming, which is their prickly pear and agave gose. Get notes of strawberry, watermelon, and candy and salt-rimmed margaritas. Yum! That sounds tasty. Citizen Brewing weekend feature is chili cheese fries. Okay, I want that. Cold Garden Crafty Monday, the coming April 29th, Clay Night. Go make something. Drink a beer, make something. Drink a lot of beers, make something look a lot worse. Clay Night could be fun. Do they have a kiln there? I guess you could just bring a kiln there and I don't know. That's cool. Dandy Ales has 2 new beer that released last week. The first is Flying Duck, which is a pub ale at 3.7%. By the way, the first of 3 kind of pub ale ESBs that you'll see in Calgary this week. It's malty caramel, light roastiness. And then they also released a hazy pale ale called New Policy, which is pillowy soft, bursting with fruit notes and a very smooth finish. 88 has a new beer called Alora Pilsner, which is a collaboration with Slow Hand. I was first introduced to Slow Hand Brewing. They're out of Vancouver. They specialize. The first 4 beer I had from them that were brought into Edmonton were Czech-style lagers. Bevo. And this beer, Alora Pilsner, is featuring exclusively a new hop called Alora, which gives you notes of golden kiwi, peach, and apricot. So it's very clean and pleasant, lingering finish. That's going to be a stellar beer. If you were to pick one, that's in the top 3 of new beers. For me, personally, I'd like to try that. And that Tail Gunner Best of Kin double decocted. Yum. Establishment is bringing back Shay's Lounge, which is a relaxing way to enjoy laying down at Shay's Lounge. 2.9% table beer, big on flavor, low on ABV. That is available this Saturday, April 26th. Plus, they will have a food truck on site serving Nepalese momos. If you ever get to Edmonton, they do the Heritage Festival. You get to try food from, they have like 100 some different pavilions or 90 some different countries representing. Nepalese momos is one of my favorites. It's basically a kind of leaning curry flavored dumpling. Just delicious. They look gorgeous too. They're wonderful. Highline Brewing is hiring front of house positions. Last best on Wednesday, May 1st, Gin vs. Tequila Showdown. Get yourself a ticket. There's 3-course dinner where you have a gin and a tequila. Obviously, they're all gins from Last Best. And you pick, which pairs better with each of the 3 courses. Plus, there's an amuse-bouche to start and then a final cocktail to finish. Should be a great event. New Level launched a new beer called Spellcaster, which is a grapefruit sour. Zesty, citrusy notes of a Radler. Railyard has a new beer called Raspberry Lemon Blonde. We all know that formula from Village, which is a great combo from anyone. Raspberry lemon is delicious. Bright fruity notes, Shine for optimal refreshment. Nice. I want that. I don't think I've had, since I restarted Beer News in February, I haven't had South Block Barbecue talk about beer yet. So I'm proud to announce South Block Barbecue finally announced a new beer. And I almost gave up on checking every week because I've been checking for a couple months now. I actually don't know how to say this name. Oh, no. I do these things silently, you know. How do you say that? Okay, I'm getting a Roanoke. Roanoke? Roanoke. Okay, Roanoke. We're learning. Roanoke Colony was founded by Governor Ralph Lane in 1585 on Roanoke Island in present-day Dare County, North Carolina. That can't be it. There's a Virginia. There's a colony. I don't know. They didn't give me too many details about it. But Roanoke is an ESB. New at South Block Barbecue. It is light body, sweet malt, earthy aftertaste, medium bitterness. ESBs are English pale ales, basically, and they're usually very good, very well balanced. I'd look forward to that. Stony Slope brought back their 6-pound hound ESB and these names are killing me. Glarfmar? That's not even a word. It must be like Swedish. Oh my God. They're like, did you mean golf mart? No, I didn't mean. Oh, it's an old Norse word meaning the seahorses. Okay. This is seriously so ridiculous. Glarfmar? Yeah, the old seahorse beer. It's a New England IPA. It's going to be good. Stony Slope makes great beers. All right, Toolshed has a new beer in their small batch series called Tie-Dye, which is a hippie pills. It's a hoppy pilsner, hippie pills. Mosaic, Simcoe, Luminose, and Nectaron hops. So you get flavors of tropical fruit. Yum. Hoppy pilsner, tropical fruit. Plus, their weekly features a onion and bacon jam cheeseburger. I'm hungry. I need to go eat some dinner. Trolley 5 is about to launch some new branding. They've just been teasing with it. Two House, no news. Two Pillars, new beer. Antagonist, ESB. Extra bitter, check. Unique fruit flavors, you bet. Another pint on deck, yes. Absolutely. ESB is a gorgeous, gorgeous beer. I think people don't understand it because it stands for extra special bitter. They think bitter. They think, I don't want bitter. Just give me that really hoppy beer instead, which can be bitter or not, depending on a lot of things. ESB is balanced. It's malty. You'll have, fruity notes from their yeast. You have some earthy notes from the typically English hops. They're really good beers. Trust me. And also, Two Pillars makes really good beers. One keg at a time. It's wild. All right. Interaction for the couple of you watching live. Get a bigger audience because people are working at 4 o'clock. Anyway, Village Brewery has a new beer called Doppelganger. I want to know, who's your doppelganger? You tell me. Village Brewery Doppelganger is a Belgian double at 7%. It is rich, bold, and smooth. Now get this. I don't know why. Maybe I'm missing the joke. I'm not big into celebrity culture. Maybe an expert nearby can help me. Who knows? Village says, come and taste this deliciously rich, smooth, and dare we say bold Belgian double. We've been told this beer resembles Megan Fox. It's a beer. How does it resemble Megan Fox? Is she rich, smooth, and bold? I don't know. I have questions. Who's your doppelganger? Oh, 948. What's up? Our extraterrestrial bitter does so well. Yes, an ESB. You just tell people an ESB is balanced. It's an English pale ale. And people go, oh, what? I like the English. I don't know. Some people do. Some people don't. Who knows? Gotta watch Love is Blind to get that one. Not even going to explain it. Just going to tease me with it. See, here's how out of the loop I am. Currently Googling Love is Blind. Oh, reality TV show. Okay. How staged is Love and Blind? Very. Don't burst the bubble. Enjoy it. Hey, watch what you like. I'm all for it. Okay. I'll just let that one go over my head. But thank you I appreciate that. All right, let's get some Alberta-wide news. Couple things happening at 27 minutes after the hour. Apex Brewing is reopening their tap room this week. They closed it down during the pandemic, I believe in, when things open, close, open, close. I believe it was 2020 that it actually closed and hadn't reopened since. Their big reopening is this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 new beers. First is a test batch West Coast IPA, refreshing and sweet up front with a pleasant, lingering bitter finish. The second beer is called Do You Have Anything Fruity? Which people always ask. And now they do. It is a Belgian raspberry fruit beer, 6%. Bold notes of raspberries, sweet up front, light tart aftertaste. That sounds great. And then their third new release is Naked Woodswoman, which is a hazy blonde pale ale. You get some light grainy notes, a touch of citrus and pineapple. It feels light and fresh and leaves a soft bitterness. That sounds glorious. Oh my God, I didn't even chat. Yes, Travis, you are alone in the YouTube chat. Did you time warp to April 1st? Yes. It's funny. We got a little live chat on Instagram. We got on YouTube. So if you prefer YouTube, we are live there too. Anyway, yeah. Apex Brewing back open this Friday, only 5 till 8 p.m. Saturday is noon to 8, and then Sunday is noon to 5. On Friday and Saturday, they will have Ramsey's food truck on site, which looks amazing. They'll have chicken shawarma, beef shawarma, doner, souvlaki, falafel, lots of great food. If you didn't know, if you haven't been to Apex Brewing before, it is about 10 minutes north of Edson. So it's about 2 hours west of Edmonton along Highway 16. If you're coming from Jasper, coming from the mountains, obviously you're coming east. I haven't been there for a couple of years. So it's good. Good for them on reopening their tap room. That's exciting. Last but not least, Blind Man Brewing brought back Mezcalita, which is kind of a beer cocktail hybrid. It's in a short stubby can, like shorter than a short can. It's like this. Fat little stubby can, 10.6% beer cocktail. Looks great. Just in time for Cinco de Mayo next week. So that's it for beer news. My name is Andrew. You can catch us live every Thursday, 4 p.m. on Instagram and YouTube. Oh, if you want to read the notes, go to the YouTube. All the notes will be posted in there. It's in the description of that video. Ta-ta, and go drink an Alberta beer. Yeah, tell them Andy told you so. Cheers. Also, cheers over here.